the affection, the love, the tenderness. It's not natural for you. She has a need that you don't necessarily need. Is that okay? Verse 4, the wife does not have authority over her own body, but the husband does. And you guys are, preach it, PT! That's what I'm talking about. And likewise, the husband does not have authority over his own body, but the wife does. Do you see that? And a lot of you ladies are going, oh my goodness, you didn't have to go there. Oh no, this guy's going to use this on me now. But let me just say this. Did you notice we started with the guys? We started with the guy's rule. His one rule is what? Love your wife like Christ loved the church and gave himself for her. If us men are living that out, the wife will have no problem saying, yeah, my body's yours. Have at it, babe. I have no problem with that. Now, if we're acting like knuckleheads and we're just saying, well, Pastor Todd said, your body's mine, get over here. You missed my entire point. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, guys, love your wife. Know that she has emotional need that you need to meet. She has a deep need for affection that you need to meet. But I'm also saying, ladies, yes, this is true. Let me go over the 5 Dr. William Hardy. Ladies, you can jot this down. In fact, I don't really have to go through all 5 of them, but I will. I was at a banquet, FCA banquet a while ago, a couple years ago, and the guy said, he goes through this long laundry list. He says, guys, take out your pen and write all these things down that will be special for your wife. You can run around and I mean, this is the way to get them. And he's, bring them flowers, write them a poem, and everybody's writing down. And this guy went through like 15, 20 things. And then he said, all right, ladies, get out your pens as well. I'm going to give you a list as well. And he goes, get naked and bring food. I was like, what? Kidding me? But the heart behind it, it's biblical. It's biblical. Listen, the men's need, number 1, you guessed it, sexual fulfillment. Number 2 for you note takers, what is a man looking for in marriage? He's looking for recreational companionship. Recreational companionship. Now, ladies, I know a lot of this is, are you kidding me? Yeah, he's wanting you just to sit next to him while he watches SportsCenter. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to give him the events of the day. You don't even have to comment on the play. You can just sit there, close to him, shoulder to shoulder, and watch SportsCenter. Or you can go bowling with him and actually act like you like it. You can go to the College World Series with him and actually act like you're interested. You don't know what that will do to a guy. I'll be like, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm actually having a conversation with her, and she's like, yeah, he needed to keep his head down on that. Number 3, you know what they're looking for? An attractive spouse. When you first got married, I want to ask you this. When you first got married, ladies, how did you present yourself to your husband? Did you take time? Were you in front of that mirror and putting on the makeup and making sure everything looked good? Were you in the gym? Were you working out? Were you taking care of yourself? But then, dude, I got him. It's all good, man. Man's looking for that. Now again, I was told by my Bible study teacher in college, he said, guys, when you're looking for a wife, here's what you need to do. You need to picture her in a fire, burnt from head to toe. And if you can still say that I love her exactly the same, then you found your wife. So there's balance again. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect and you have to look like this. No, that's not the case. But on the same level, that's what they're looking for. Number 4, they're looking for domestic support. Okay, and I don't know what Dr. William Hardy should have said. They're looking for a maid, okay? They're looking for a maid, ladies. But number 5 is interesting. You know what number 5, the guys are on their top 5? Admiration and praise. Now Ephesians 5:33, which is the summary point of Ephesians 5, it's the very last verse. It says that men are to love their wives, but then ladies are to respect their husband. You don't know what it does to me when I wake up in the morning and my wife just kind of, just puts her arm around me and like grabs my arm and goes, "You're so strong." I was like, "Is that right, babe?" No, she never does that. But if she did, I'd really feel good about it. Because I'm looking for her to respect me. I'm looking for admiration. Now, in verse 4 it says, "Wives, know that your body's not your own. The husband has authority over your body." But then he also says, "And guys, the woman has authority over your own body." So when it's time the jar can't open, she asked you, you need to open that jar. Or there's what was it? I forget what it was, but there's something too hot, for our vertically challenged wives, there's something up in the cupboard right there and you can't get to it. And she's asking you, but you're watching the Sports Center, your body's not your own either. Remember now, love your wife like Christ of the church and gave himself for her. So it works both ways. This is a balanced thing. I love Ephesians 5:21 because it says, submitting to one another out of reverence for Christ. It's back and forth. It's give and take. This is all working together. But verse 5, and this is where we get to the main point of our Bible study. 1 Corinthians 7:5. Don't deprive one another, except with consent for a time, that you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer. And then you come together again, so that Satan does not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. This week, I want you guys just to continue to go back to that verse. Stay on that verse. Don't deprive. It's crucial. There's a book that was written, and I forget the author, but it's called Every Man's Battle. And he talks about every man, tune in ladies, has what's called a 48-hour window. In that time frame, if it's a couple days that go by that the man has not had intimate relationship with you, there will be this tension that starts building. And a tendency to start wandering with eyes, with thoughts. It's a proven fact, physically. Take these notes down. There's 4 things that I want to share with you that are ingredients to an extramarital affair. And why do I have to talk negatively? Because I have a heart for this. I've seen it happen and I have a passion for it. And I want us to know beforehand how this can go down, and I want to avoid it. Number 1, you're out of the Word. You can write just out of the Word. These are all out of the Word. Proverbs 19:27, which we've talked about before, which says, "Cease listening to instruction, my son, and you will stray from the words of knowledge." We are men, you are women, we are but flesh. Without that connection to a higher, our authority figure, our God, that empowers us to live the life He's called us to, you and I will fail. It's the bottom line. The number 1 ingredient, if you see it, look at extramarital affairs, it'll be in there, out of the Word. Number 2, you're out of accountability. You have no one to report to. Boy, I tell you, have some type of accountability if you're a believer in here. Report to someone on a weekly, bi-weekly basis and tell them how you're doing. That God uses that huge to bypass many, many things that could go down the wrong way. Out of discipline. Too much free time, right? What is the saying that, what is it called? Idle hands are the devil's workshop. You want me to show you? This is just an little addition Bible study. Go to 2 Samuel 11 real quick for me. I want to show you guys, especially guys, 2 Samuel chapter 11. Go there real quick. I want to show you how lack of accountability and lack of discipline come together and form a deadly combination.